Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you. That's depending where you are. In the world, we're doing the nighttime devotion from the devotional Christ Triumphant. The title today, The Path of Obedience is the Way to Holiness. Daniel 12, verse 10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly. And none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. Hmm. The world is a theatre. The actors, the inhabitants of the world, are preparing to act their part in the last great drama. God is lost sight of. There is a unity of purpose, except as parties of people confederate to gain their ends. God is looking on. His purposes in regard to his rebellious subjects will be fulfilled. The world has not been given into human hands, though God is permitting the elements of confusion and disorder to bear sway for a season. A power from beneath is working with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in those who are binding themselves together in secret societies. Those who are yielding to the passion for confederation are working out the plans of the enemy. The cause will be followed by the effect. Transgression has almost reached its limit. Confusion fills the world, and a great terror is soon to come upon human beings. The end is very near. We who know the truth should be preparing for what is soon to break upon the world as an overwhelming surprise. The wicked have chosen Satan as their leader. Under his control, the wonderful faculties of the mind are used to construct agencies of destruction. God has given the human mind great power, power to show that the Creator has endowed human beings with ability to do a great work against the enemy of all righteousness, power to show what victories may be gained in the conflict against evil. But then those to whom God has entrusted capabilities give themselves into the hands of the enemy. They become a power to destroy. When people do not make God first and last and best in everything, when they do not give themselves to Him for the carrying out of His purposes, Satan comes in and uses in his service the minds that, given to God, could achieve great good. Under his direction, they do an evil work with great and masterly power. God designed them to work on a high plane of action, to enter unto his mind, and thus acquire an education that would enable them to work the works of righteousness. But they know nothing of this education. They are helpless. Their powers do not guide them aright, for they are under the enemy's control. The way to holiness and heaven is found in the path of obedience. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. The title again, The Path of Obedience is the Way to Holiness. Starts off, the world is a theatre. The actors, the inhabitants of the world are all playing their part. We are all playing our part in the last great drama. We are actors in this great big show, and the earth is the stage. And it is a show because we are all principally puppets. And I always say politicians are puppets. A lot of these actors, singers, all these celebrities, even a lot of sports people are all puppets. Many of them are controlled by the enemy. Many of them aren't even real. They're clones or whatever else. Controversial, huh? But God is lost sight of. People forget about God because they caught up with self. When they're all famous and well known, they're all across the media, they're in a movie or they're singing and they're all popular. It's all about self. They get caught up in their own hype. And many of us would. I may well do if it happened to me. I don't know. I've never been there, so I couldn't tell you. But at the end of the day, how you choose to live your life, what you choose to do with your life, how you choose to affect people in and around your life is what matters. Are you choosing God to be the main source of your faculties in life? And if so, are you encouraging others to do the same? Are your actions, your words, aspects of your life examples of how God wants you to live? Or are you living your life all about self and just want everyone to know you and think you're good and think you look good and think you sound good, and because it all comes down to nothing? And I'll say it time and time again, as Solomon said, all is vanity. The money, the fame, the fortune, the cars, the houses, the clothes, the food, the traveling, it's all vanity when it comes down to it. We come from the dust, we'll go back to dust. What are you going to do before you turn back to dust? What will be your legacy? What do you want to be remembered for?